Welcome back. April Flagg, Executive Director of Aroostook Aspirations, joins us now. We're continuing our talk on SAT month. This is for May for juniors in school right now, and our focus today is on critical reading.
It is.
So what can students expect in this section?
Well, the students can expect a very long section. You're going to have 3 sections, 67 questions, 70 minutes.
And what subject areas are most prevalent in this section?
In most of the SAT sections, history, the social sciences, literature, the texts are going to be challenging. It's important for students to spend a little bit of time reading some classic literature, diving into some textbooks. I know it sounds repetitive, but those challenging texts will help you prepare a little bit better for the challenge level of the questions of the SAT.
Now in this section, of course, time can be a challenge.
Yes.
So, how long is like a typical passage?
So passages are completely variant. They go from 100 words to 850 words, and that can offer a time challenge. One thing to remember is to do the short sections first and then go back and do the long sections.
So how do you kind of like rack up points really quickly?
It's a great question, and honestly, where most of the worries of the students were during my email, when I looked at my emails this week, it said, how can I get through this section quickly and still earn a lot of points? The best answer to that question are those sentence completion questions. They're going to give you 2 vocabulary words or 1 vocabulary word to complete a sentence. Just remember TOM, tone, options, and meaning. So look at the tone of the sentence, look at the options that are given to you, and then look at the meanings of the words in those options. It will help you be successful every time.
So to kind of like put it in perspective, what's sort of the key to success in sentence completion?
I hate to say this, but it's practice. And it sounds really repetitive, but there are no shortcuts to the SAT. If the SATs are important to you and you want a good score, you must practice these style of questions. It's not enough to depend on teachers in a classroom to practice with you. You need to get some material, go home and practice. If you don't have internet access at home, there are lots of books in your library that will help you study. The best thing to do is to log on the SAT website and take some of those practice tests.
Now what about the critical reading section? Now what's one thing students need to know?
So the one thing that students need to know is this. Number 1, you need to skim a little bit. And the other thing is don't ever, ever infer anything. This is really hard for students because we've taught them throughout high school, if you read a passage, infer meaning, infer decisions. No inferring. If the answer is not in the text, it is not the answer. That's a key to success in this section.
Yeah, a good thing to keep in mind, definitely. I understand you really care about this stuff and you want people to succeed. So nerves can kick in sometimes when you're doing that.
Yes, they can. But practice takes care of those nerves. And if you go on our website, www.govin.org, you will find a PDF that I've drawn up, and it has some really cool websites that you can click on and go visit.
Yep, and also govinfund.org, that website that you see on the screen there, that's where you can go for a lot more information.
And Facebook, of course, too.
And Facebook. Appreciate it, April. Thanks for coming through again.
Thanks. See you next week.
You got it. And let's go to April Loveland right now for another look at your weather. Who's standing by?
Good morning, everyone. Well, we're looking at